So we have discussed in last class, so the vector magnetic potential and scalar magnetic potential, so those concepts. We will do one or two problems based on this. So vector magnetic potential. Okay, so take this problem, a current distribution a current distribution gives rise to a vector magnetic potential A, which is equal to x square y ax direction plus y square x ay direction minus 4 xyz in the az direction Weber per meter. So this is a vector magnetic potential which is given. So now we need to calculate the first one. So we have to find out the magnetic flux density at point 1 comma minus 1 comma 2 comma 5. Okay, and second one, the flux through the surface defined by z equal to 1 and x is variation between 0 to 1 and y is variation between minus 1 to 4. Okay, so this is a problem. We need to find out the B at this point and also the flux through this surface. So now we know the equation for finding out the B, so which is equal to del cross A. Okay, so now find out the del cross A, so that will be given in the matrix form, that is Ax, Ay, Az. Okay, and then del by del x, del by del y and del by del z, and also the given point in Ax and Ay and Az direction, that is vector magnetic potential. So that you can substitute Ax component, Ay component and Az component. Okay, so now if I substitute that one, you will going to get Ax, Ay, Az. So del by del x, del by del y and del by del z. So that is x square y in Ax direction, y square x in Ay direction and minus 4xyz in the z direction. Now solve this one matrix. So you will going to get del by del x del by del y of, so this one minus 4xyz, okay, minus del by del z of y square x. Okay, so this in the direction of Ax. Okay, so minus in the direction of Ay, so we will be having del by del x of minus 4xyz minus del by del z of x square y plus in the Az direction we have del by del x of y square x minus del by del y of x square y. So this is what we will get, and solve for this one. So differentiate with respect to y. So we will going to get minus 4xz. Okay, so minus, so differentiation with respect to z, so this will go to 0. So this is in the direction of Ax. Okay, so minus, so in the Ay direction, so differentiate with respect to x, we will going to get minus 4yz and minus, so with respect to z again it will go to 0. Okay, and similarly plus Az direction will be having, so with respect to x, if you differentiate you will get y square, and if you differentiate with respect to y you will going to get x square. So this is what the b. Okay, so we'll rewrite the b in the ax, ay and az direction. The b will be equal to, so minus 4xz in ax direction, minus into minus it will become plus 4yz, so in ay direction, so plus y square minus x square in az direction. So now we can substitute the value, because we need to find out b at the problem which is given. B we need to find out at minus 1, 2 and 5. So find out the value b at minus 1, 2, 5. So which is equal to, so minus 4 into minus 1 into z is 5 plus 4 into y is 2 and z is 5. So this is in the ax direction and this is in the ay direction, plus, so y square is 2 square minus x square is minus 1 whole square. So now b equal to, so what is the value? 20 ax plus 40 ay plus 4 minus 1. So that is 3 az. So this is what b at point minus 1, 2, 5. This is Weber per meter square. So have you got it? So any doubt? Everybody got it? So now we need to find out the flux, because the problem in the second portion, it is asking for the flux through the surface defined by z equal to 1, which is constant surface. So now z is a constant surface, so we need to find out along that unit vector what is the surface. So now we need to find out, so in the az direction, which is a constant surface, what is the ds, which is nothing but dx and dy. So now we know the flux. Okay, so equation in terms of the b, which is the surface integral of b dot ds. Okay, so now this will give the surface which we have find out x and y. Now in the problem which is given, x is varying from 0 to 1 and y is varying from minus 1 to 4. So that you put, so double integral of the x is varying from 0 to 1, y is varying from minus 1 to 4. And we know what is the b. Okay, so that you need to put b. So this is the b obtained. Okay, so that b you need to put. So when we multiply az into az, so this only the term which will be, so remain as it is. Other two, so because of the dot product of ax and az, ay and az become 0. Okay, let us substitute that. Minus 4xz in the direction of ax plus 4yz in the direction of ay plus y square minus x square in the direction of az. So this is what your b dot, so ds is dx dy az. So now you can see ax dot az 0, ay dot az 0, only the last term will remain. So that will give 0 to 1 minus 1 to 4, so y square minus x square into dx into dy. Okay, so that is what the problem. So now we can see, we can integrate with respect to first x and then y, or first with respect to y or x, we can do that also. So first we will do with respect to y. Okay, so if you do with respect to y, you will going to get the y cube by 3 minus x square y. So we need to substitute the limits of y minus 1 to 4, this into dx. So this will give 0 to 1. So if I substitute 4, that is 4 cube, so minus of minus 1 cube divided by 3 minus x square into 4 minus of minus 1. Okay, so this into dx. So this will give 0 to 1. So 4 cube is 64 minus 1 cube is minus 1 divided by 3 minus x square into So 4 minus of minus 1, it is 5. So this into dx. So now we'll get it as 64 minus of minus 1 is 65 by 3 minus 5x square. So now if I integrate this one, you will going to get 65 by 3. So with respect to x, it will give x minus 5x cube by 3. So we have to substitute 0 to 1. So this will give the flux, so which is 65 by 3 minus 5 divided by 3. So this is given by 60 by 3, which is equal to 20 Weber. So this is what the problem which will get the flux, okay, the flux through that surface. So did you get any doubt in this? Hello? Anybody any doubt? Okay. So take one more problem and try to do it. So try to do this problem. So for a current distribution in free space, so A is given by the vector magnetic potential A, which is given by 2x square y plus yz in the ax direction plus xy square minus xz cube in the ay direction minus 6xyz minus 2x square y square in the az direction. This is what the A which is given Weber per meter. So now we have to calculate what is B. Okay, calculate B. Okay, and then find the magnetic flux. So we have to find out flux through the surface or through a loop which is given by or described by x equal to 1 and 0 less than y comma z, which is less than 2. So this is what we have to find out. So at constant x surface we have to find out the flux. And third one, find out whether it is del dot A equal to 0 and del dot B equal to 0. Okay, we need to find out this and verify this. So first you need to calculate B. So try to do it this one. So we know B equal to del cross A. So try to find out the magnetic flux density B, so which is equal to AX, AY, AZ. Okay, so del by del X, del by del Y and del by del Z. So put the values of AX, AY and AZ component, which is 2x square y plus yz. This is first component, AX component. So xy square minus xz cube, this is second component, and minus of 6xyz minus 2x square y square. So this is the third component. Okay, so this is what the matrix. So I try to find out the B. Try to find out the B and tell me the answer. What is the B? So now we have in the AX direction del by del X of, sorry, del by del Y of, so minus 6xyz minus 2x square y square. So this is with respect to del by del y of this component. So minus del by del z of x y square minus x z cube. So this is whole thing with respect to AX direction. And similarly, So minus ay direction, we have del by del x of e minus 6xyz minus of e 6xyz minus 2x square y square minus del by del z of 2x square y plus yz. So this is in the direction of ay. So plus in the az direction, we have del by del x of the x y square minus x z cube minus del by del z of del y of the 2x square y plus yz. This is in the az direction. So try to find out and differentiate with respect to y, z and x. We will going to get what is b. So now if I differentiate with respect to y, so the first component we will going to get, so minus of, so 6xz, okay, so minus 2x square, so into 2y it will become 4x square y, okay. So this is what we will going to get first term. So the next term with respect to z, so this will go to 0 and this will be, so minus of 3xz square, okay. So this is in the direction of ax. And similarly minus, so differentiate with respect to x, we will going to get minus of the 6yz, then minus, so with respect to x, 4x y square minus, so with respect to z, so this will go to 0 and you will get, so minus of plus y. This is in the y direction. Plus we have the third component, so differentiate with respect to x, we will going to get y square minus z cube, okay. So minus with respect to y, we will going to get 2x square plus z. So this is in the direction of az. This is az component. So now we try to evaluate this, the b, which is b equal to, so now if I put inside this one, so we will going to get minus 6xz plus 4x square y minus 3xz square. So this is what in the ax direction, and minus, so if I put inside this minus, you will going to get minus 6yz plus 4xy square minus y. This is in the ay direction, plus, so y square minus z cube and minus 2x square plus z in the az direction, okay. So this is what x, y and z direction. So now we will find out what is b. So we can rewrite this one, 4x square y minus 6xz minus 3xz square in the direction of ax. So now if I multiply minus inside, so you will going to get 6yz minus 4xy square plus y. So this is in the direction of ay, plus, so y square minus z cube, so minus 2x square minus z. So this is in the direction of az. So this is what b we will going to get. So anybody so got it this? Check it your answer. And we have now we need to find out, this is the b which we have got. Now we need to find out the flux through the loop which is described by, so the flux we have to find out the surface integral of B dot ds. So now we have to find out at x equal to 1, which is constant plane. So in the direction of x, so what is the ds? The differential surface, that is dy into dz. So now we can able to find out. So dy and dz, so the y and z variation, it is given by the problem, which is 0 to 2. Okay, so that we can put it and we can find out. So 0 to 2, 0 to 2. Okay, so now since it is in the only x direction, so b dot ds, which will give only the x component. Okay, so that if I put 4x square y minus 6xz minus 3xz square, this into dy and dz, so that ax into ax dot product, it will become 1. Okay, so now we differentiate with respect to y first, then later z. Okay, so now if I differentiate with respect to y, you will going to get 4x square y square divided by 2. So substitute 0 to 2 limits, minus 6z and y, so which is 0 to 2 minus 3xz square y 0 to 2. So this into dz. Okay, so now if I substitute that one, you will going to get, so 2 will get cancel each other here. So if I substitute here, 2 square, it is 4. Okay, so 4 into 2 or 2 into, if I substitute this y square limit, it will become 4x square minus 6xz into 2 minus 3xz square into 2. So this into dz. Now we are going to get 0 to 2, so 8x square minus 12xz minus 6xz square, so this is into dz. So now we'll differentiate with respect to z in order to get the psi, that is flux, magnetic flux. So now we'll get, so 8x square z minus 12xz square by 2 minus 6xz cube by 3. We have to substitute 0 to 2 limits for all the z component. Okay, so that is 0 to 2, 0 to 2. Now we have, so 8x square. So now we have the x equal to 1, which is constant, that also we can substitute. So that is x square z, if I substitute, it is 2 minus 12x into, so z square, it is 4, so this divided by 2 minus 6x into 2 cube, it is 8, so that will do later, and x equal to 1. So we have to substitute the constant x value, so x equal to 1 also we have to substitute. So that is 8 into 1 square into 2 minus 12 into 1, so this will go to cancel each other with 2, and minus 6 into 1 into 8, so this divided by 3. So this you can calculate what is the value. So 8 to the 16 minus 24, so 3 to the, we can cancel here, 8 to the 16. So what is the value? 16 goes, and we have minus 24 Weber. So this is what we will going to get the flux through this surface. Okay, so everybody got it? Any doubt in this? Hello? Hello? Got it? Everybody? Any doubt? Fardeen? Understood?
Yes, sir, understood.
Fardeen Ahmad? Manoj?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, understood.
Mursal Anwar? Understood?
Yes,
Hello?
sir, understood.
Okay. Nausheen Banu? Okay, so let us do it del dot A, check whether del dot A is 0 or not. Okay, so we have A which is given here. Okay, that is 2x square y plus yz in the direction of Ax plus xy square minus xz cube in the direction of Ay minus 6xyz minus 2x square y square in the direction of Az. Now find out del dot A, so whether it is 0 or not. So now differentiate with respect to, so this whatever Ax component, in the x and x component will become 1, so this will give del by del x of 2x square y plus yz plus del by del y of, so xy square minus xz cube plus del by del z of t minus xyz minus 2x square y square. So do it, this differentiation we are going to get whether del dot A is 0 or not. So now we can differentiate with respect to x, so we will going to get 4x y, so this will become 0 because of the differentiation with respect to x, this will become 0, plus with respect to y we will going to get 2xy and this will go to 0 again, plus, so here minus of with respect to z you will going to get, so 6xy again minus with respect to z this will go to 0. So this is what you will going to get. So this is 4xy plus 2xy minus 6xy. So this will be equal to 0. That is del dot A. So we will get it as 0. Now similarly we can try to find out del dot B whether it is 0. Whatever we have find out the B value. Okay. So which we have find out here. So put it the del dot A and you can able to find out the del dot B whether it is 0 or not. Okay. So this is about the sum of the problem where we have the given vector magnetic potential and we can able to find out the flux and as well as the magnetic flux density. Okay. So now we'll move to the next concept, that is magnetic forces and materials. Okay, so magnetic forces and materials. So we have seen, so now what is the actual behavior of the magnetic field in free space whenever we have the current carrying conductor. We have used the basic laws, that is the Ampere circuit law and as well as the Biot-Savart's law to find out this magnetic field intensity and also magnetic flux density and all, and different current distribution we have seen, that is line current, surface current and volume current. So now we will see what actually, so whenever we have the magnetic field or any current carrying conductor or any surface current, so whenever it produces the magnetic field, what this magnetic field will exert some force in a different like particles, like maybe it is a charge or it may be a current element or it may be a loop. So any kind of these current carrying things, so what the force which is exerted by the magnetic field, so that we will going to see here. So now this force concept due to this magnetic field to the different charge particles or current elements, it is very important in practical applications like motors, gyrometers and generators and also voltmeters, ammeters. All these things we will see how the magnetic field will be exerts force on different applications. Okay, so different things which will be used in. Okay, so now we have seen the magnetic field and flux density in a free space. Okay, now even we will see what happens. So in this materials earlier which we have seen in the electrostatics also, what happens the material media, so except the free space. Here also we will see what happens when the magnetic field which is there in the material medium, so that will also going to see. So now here we see also like whatever electric dipole which we have discussed in the electrostatics, here also we can see what are the magnetic dipoles and what is the magnetic moments which will be so happens in a so the material medium. So when we take the current carrying conductor or any like current carrying the surface currents and all. Okay, so even we will see what is the material medium which is other than the free space or vacuum. So now we will see what are the forces which actually exist due to this magnetic field. Okay, the forces due to magnetic fields. So now there are different kinds of the force which exerted by the magnetic field. Okay, so which the particle or current carrying current experiences. So now first one, the force may be, so it experiences, the force experiences. Okay, so due to the force experiences or force exerted by the magnetic field, so due to moving a charged particle. Okay, moving charged particle. The first one, so whenever the charge which is moving in a constant velocity, so let us say here there is some point and there is some another point, so where we have the charge which is moving with a constant velocity u. Okay, so whenever it is moving with a constant velocity from one point to the other point, let us say point A to point B, so due to the magnetic field nearby this charged particle, what is the force experienced by the moving charged particle in the magnetic field B or magnetic flux density B. Okay, so even we can have since we have the equation B equal to mu h, so even many of the cases we can call this B also it is a field. Okay, so whenever we have this kind of the charged particle which is having a constant velocity, whenever we within the some field, what it will experience the force. So that is one case. Now the second case is, so whenever the force exerts on a current element in an external field, so we have the similar kind where we will be having a current carrying conductor or current carrying element, so within the magnetic field, so what is it exerts, so what is the force experience. So this is on a current element. So second one, the force exerts on a current element, so in an external field, in an external, so we can say magnetic field. Even so whenever there is a magnetic field, so in future concept we will see, since the electrical magnetic field will be coupled field, so wherever there is a magnetic field perpendicular to that there will be a electric field, so that we are going to see in later concepts. So this is the second this one, so where we have the current element, so which experiences a force in a external magnetic field. Now third one, the force between the current elements. Okay, the force between the current elements. So now these are the three types of the force which experiences so due to this magnetic field. Now first one we will see what is the force which experiences on a charged particle, or force on a charged particle which is moving with a constant velocity, so which is u. Okay, sorry. So force on a charged particle. So now, so we have studied already the force due to a charge which is placed in some point. Okay, so we have the charge, so which is placed, and what is the force experienced due to this charge which having some field around it. Okay, so that we have seen in the electrostatics. So that is given by the force experienced that charge which is nothing but Q into E. So this already we have done the expression, and where we have the charge and electric field intensity which is related to force equation. So now if I take the Q is positive, okay, so the charge particle Q is positive, so the direction of force and electric field intensity will be in the same direction. Okay, so now this we have seen very much known equation in the Coulomb's law, so where we have discussed that Coulomb's law. Okay, so now what exactly, whenever we have the charge particle which is moving with a constant velocity. Okay, so that we will see if the magnetic field can exert only, So whether the magnetic field will exert force only on the moving charge or it is in the rest. Is it possible to have the magnetic field or the force experienced by the magnetic field where the charge is at the rest? So actually we have, so the force experienced by the charge whenever only it is in the moving or moving with a constant velocity. The magnetic field can exert force only on a moving charge. So that is actually done by experiments. So a lot of experiments, so it is found that so this force exerted by the magnetic field to the moving charge only with a constant velocity. So now let us take the force experienced, the magnetic force which is experienced by the charge particle which is Fm, okay, on the charge which is Q, which moving with a constant velocity u. Okay, so that we will see the charge Q which experiences the force, magnetic force, so with the moving with a constant velocity u. So now where we have the magnetic field B which is set up around this charge particle. So now we can write the magnetic force which is given by Q into U cross B. So this is a cross product, we have to make it note down here. This is very important. So this actually this equation shows that the force which is exerted on this charge which is always perpendicular to the direction of the charge moving with the velocity and also the field. It is perpendicular to both the Fm, the magnetic force exerted, which is perpendicular to both U and as well as B. Okay, so that is what here it is the meaning of this cross. Okay, so now we have the force due to electric charge, that is Fe equal to Q into E. Okay, so these two equations, so from Coulomb's law and as well as even the magnetic experiments which we have found out this equation. So now we will see Fe is independent of velocity. In this equation you can see there is no velocity of the charge because the charge is at rest. Okay, so there is no velocity and it is directly proportional to only the charge and as well as the electric field intensity. Okay, so that's why in this what happens, so there is no work which is performed by this force on the charge. Okay, so there is no energy movement, so there is no kinetic energy which is experienced by this, so the charge. But where in the magnetic field scenario, so there is a kinetic energy which is there, so because of this constant velocity u, so where the charge is moving with a constant velocity, because of that the force so which actually experiences by the charge particle, which actually gives some kinetic energy. Okay, or there is a change in the kinetic energy. So now since the magnetic force is it depends on both charge velocity and as well as the magnetic field, and it is normal to the force. Okay, it cannot perform any work, but there is a change in the kinetic energy, but it cannot perform any work because it is perpendicular to both magnetic field and moving direction. Okay, that is nothing but Fm dot dl which is equal to 0. It cannot perform any work, but in electric case, that is the force due to electric charge, so that will perform some work. Okay, so this is what, so where we have the magnetic force as well as the electric force. So now only the Fe experiences some kinetic energy at the higher velocity. If we have any so velocity at higher, so this Fm, so it will be generally small in comparison with the Fe, that is the magnetic force which is small which compared to Fe. Okay, so now we have, if we have both electric field and as well as magnetic field, so on some charge, okay, so which experiences both electric field as well as the magnetic field, so then we have the total force which is given by Fe plus Fm. Okay, so now we know if I substitute Fe, Q into E plus Fm, Q U cross B. So if I substitute that one, the total force is given by this equation. So now F is equal to, so if I take the Q outside, we will be having E plus U cross B. So now this actually equation which will be called as Lorentz equation, that is Lorentz force equation. So it actually relates to the mechanical force to the electrical force. Okay. So generally that magnetic force exists when the charge it is moving, so that mechanical force is also there. So that's why it is relating mechanical force to the electrical force. So it means that a charged particle moving in E and B, that is both in electric and magnetic field, where the charge is moving, so we can actually calculate what is it. So the velocity, or even we will calculate the acceleration of that. Okay. So according to Newton's law, so where we have the charge of mass m, if we take the charge which is having a mass m, we can experience that force. So in terms of this Newton's law equation, that is m into du by dt. So now we can write that, or we can equate this one to q into E plus u cross b. Okay, so that is what the equation we can relate. Okay, so this equation actually gives the importance, so in determining the motion of the charged particles. So the motion of the charged particle in the presence of E and B. So that is what we can take from this equation. And even we can for the particle which is at the state and with whether it is moving, we can differentiate E and B field, and also whether in the combined both E and B. So we can see that, so if the particle is at rest, okay, so whether it is at rest or in motion, so now what is its E field and B field, the electric field and magnetic field. In both cases it is QE. Okay, so the electric field is QE whether it is in rest or motion, but in the magnetic field, so there is no equation for the magnetic field when the charge is in motion, whether it is in rest. Whenever it is in motion, we have the equation Q U cross B. And whenever we have experiences both E and B, so which will be having the at rest, whenever the charge is at rest, we will be having represent only the E field because it exists for only E field. And whenever we have the motion, the charge is in the motion position, or motion, whether it is in constant velocity, whether it is moving in the constant velocity. So we can get this equation, that is what we have derived here. So this we can differentiate with respect to whether the charge particle is in rest or motion. So based on the whether it is experiences the field E or B, we can differentiate this equation. So this is only due to the charged particle, so where we have discussed till now. So the force experienced due to only the charged particle which is moving with a constant velocity. Okay, so we will see the force on a current element, so that we will see in the next class. So we will stop here. So if you have any doubt, you can ask. So anybody, any doubt? Hello? Shashidhar, understood?